Good afternoon and welcome back here to Palm Springs Stadium for our second and finale here today as the A's and Coyotes are set to face off against Travis Bowe here for the Coyotes. He'll be seeing Dalton Thomas, Noah Lane, and Luke Dinos here in the first inning. Batting after that will be Eddie King, Brandon Glowacki, and Torin Diffie. In the bottom part of the order is Nathan Nacarado, Nick Rowan, Austin Reed, and Davis Carr alongside Sam Walters. I'm Steve Granado. Thanks for joining us here for today's finale on this Sunday. And, of course, happy Father's Day to all out there. Dalton Thomas will lead off here against Travis Bowe. We saw the first game here today by a haymaker 7-6 final over the Colonials, and we'll see what gives here. First look for me personally at these Coyotes. Same for you, right, Sam? Or you've seen them once?
Saw him yesterday.
Saw him yesterday. Dalton Thomas, first pitch of the ball game, will be skied out towards left field at noon as this one sails into the bleachers for strike one. We get started right at noon on the nose. It is 104 degrees here at game's first pitch. This ball game moved back 30 minutes due to the longevity of the first one. No balls, one strike. Here comes Travis Bowe. Ground ball sharply to third. Carnazzo bobbles it and can't recover. E5 to put a runner aboard at first to open up the ball game. Carnazzo at third. What's the rest of the defense, Sam?
So you got Carnazzo at third. Ethan Johnson is manning shortstop today. Second baseman Theo Forche. Saw him get some swings with the power a few days ago. Mason Velasquez is at first, another guy that splits time. From left to right in the outfield is Wes Crockett in left field. Shane Lamas in center and Brayton Holiday in right. Josh Miyazawa is behind the plate. He's about to receive the pitch from Travis Bowe.
Noah Lane, the batter here for the A's. See if they can take advantage of the early mistake. First offering call at a strike, 0-1. Beautiful day. Decent visibility here today in Palm Springs. A little hazy off in the distance. Wind is swirling around, not as strong as we've seen it in days past, however. Runner takes off, ground ball to short, stays true to the ground for Johnson. With the runner running, no opportunity to try and turn two. So Noah Lane grounds out 6-3, and there's one gone here in the top of the first.
Got to imagine all the haziness in the air, probably from the Father's Day cookouts. Probably a lot of grilling going on today in Palm Springs.
You just showed your colors right there, Sam, by calling it a cookout.
Oh, I know.
Luke Dinos to the plate with a runner at second in a scoreless first inning. First pitch, Dinos takes it inside. You know what you call it in the Mexican circles? It's la asada.
As in carne.
Correct. Carne asada is grilled. So, there you go. Foul out of play. It's 1-1. It's like that same meme. I know, like, oh, he's not invited to the cookout, right? There's the same thing. You're not invited to the asada.
No invito.
Asada.
Yeah. We're getting there. There'll be an at-bat one day.
We'll get you your at-bat in Spanish this
I'll
season.
surprise you.
Luke Dinos, 1 ball, 1 strike. La cuenta 1-1, if you will. Por una bola a muy alta, 2-1. See, it's not that hard, Sam.
See?
See? You see. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Luke Dinos. Runner at second is Dalton Thomas with 1 gone. High for ball 3. Travis Bowe is set. His 3-1 offering popped up and got out of that at-bat to shallow infield. And the shortstop, Johnson, puts it away. There's 2 gone for Eddie King. On a 3-1 count, that's pretty much the best case scenario. Eddie King out of Southwestern Community College in Chula Vista. To Mar Vista High School, class of 18, a native of Imperial Beach down in San Diego. Sure, there's plenty of asadas down there today in SD. Sam, I know this is first trip for you out to California, yes?
Right.
I think if you're trying to see some of it while you're out here, I know that's a bit out of the way. But San Diego, definitely a good stop if you can get down that way. First pitch, a ball outside on Eddie King. 1 ball and no strike to the designated hitter. 0-0 top 1. There's this place in Old Town San Diego that will rock your world, because I got to imagine you've never had a homemade, handmade tortilla before.
I have.
You have. Here's
Yes.
a ground ball back towards the mound. Going to be an easy play for Bo, and so ends the inning. I'll give you my food recommendation when we come back. Bottom 1 coming up, a leadoff error, but nothing else. No runs, no hits, an error, runner left in scoring position. To the bottom of 1, Ethan Johnson to the plate with a scoreless contest. Probably never could even potentially reach max altitude. Take your seatbelts off. You never wouldn't even have drinks or anything. We go to the home half of the first alongside Sam Walters. I'm Steve Granado. Bottom 1, Ethan Johnson to lead things off here. Here again. So it's Ethan Johnson, Theo Forche, Wes Crockett here in the first. This one lined out of play. Then it's Mason Velasquez, Devin Blankenship, Caden Miller. And the bottom of the order is Josh Miyazawa, Shane Lamas, and Michael Carnazzo. 2 balls and 1 strike. In the air to center field. Lamas is tracking. Pardon me, Nakarado is tracking. And he'll make the grab. Set the defense for me, Sam.
Sure. Yeah, Nakarado tracked that one down in center, and left is Davis Carr, and over in right field is Noah Lane. Brandon Glowacki manning the hot corner today. Luke Dinos at shortstop. Nick Rowan at second base. Austin Reed over at first, and Torrin Diffie behind the plate. Andrew Cervani, the lefty.
He comes home with it. Outside 1-0. Okay, so there's a restaurant in Old Town San Diego, Sam, that just cranks out fresh tortillas on the spot. You don't even need to go into the restaurant. They are set up. It's very much a walking part of the area. Parking a nightmare, by the way. Not to get too Californian on you, but the parking. So they're just Old Abuelas. Just, I mean, they're not actually. We just call anyone. But they're just cranking out these tortillas, flour tortillas, and firing them up right in front of you, handmade, and they're like $1. And they give you either, they'll have a little stick of butter for you, or they used to have really good salsa, but I went there maybe a month ago. The salsa wasn't as good as it used to be. It's very, very bland. I was very disappointed in the salsa. But the tortilla, and you just sit there and eat straight up, dip it in butter, boom, done.
That sounds delicious.
It's, dude, eat 20 of them. Light, fluffy, fresh, perfect. There's a lot of great stops in San Diego you can jump to. Just search Guy Fieri, San Diego. Outside with this one. This is Theo Forche, one out here in the inning. Bottom one, 0-0 score. 3 balls and 2 strikes, your count. You can head out to North Park. Great stuff out in North Park. Some good food out there as well. Downstairs and in for ball 4. Bring up Wes Crockett. There's a cool small chain out there called Coin Op, which is a barcade. Very cool to go to. I believe they are now back open. I know they had to shut down. I believe there are 2 or 3 coin ops down there. The main one is near Gaslamp, which is like the bar district right by Petco Park in the convention center. Love that. Love going down there. There's some good little spots down there in the downtown area if you go catch a game at Petco. What's cool about Petco, which I imagine you haven't been to, is the ballpark is situated in a public park. So the left field area is open to the public. Well, not during games, obviously, but it is just a park in the middle of like apartment buildings.
It's a park in a park.
It's a park in a park. Hat on a hat. Wes Crockett, first pitch, strike called 0-1. Runner at first base with 1 out, 0-0, bottom 1 for the Coyotes. So it's really cool because you can just kind of walk through there whenever you feel like it. They have the left field wall is situated with a long walking path, which acts like a bridge for the city. Chased it in the dirt, and it's 0-2. And, there's a couple little restaurants in there, a couple little, outdoor bar situations where you can kind of sit at the bar, and they serve you right there on the street. A couple good little spots out there. There's a fish place down there pretty good called Tin Fish, if you're into fish and chips. Here's a swing and a miss. Down goes Crockett. First strikeout of the day. For the pitcher, Andrew Shervanian. Braden Holiday to the plate with 2 gone now. I got plenty of food recommendations, my friend.
You want me to give you some food recommendations for my hometown?
No. We keep doing that. Brendan Holiday calls strike 0-1. Just every time. No, actually, no.
So there's this McDonald's.
Wow. The first McDonald's is out here. Foul ball.
I've heard.
It's in San Bernardino. Not too far away. It's about 45.
Large county.
Yeah, very large county, as I've told you.
The largest, I think.
One of, if not the. In the air, popped up, first base side, out of play. It is no longer a working McDonald's. You can't get food there. It's a museum. I haven't been able to go. My family has a cabin up in Crestline that we will frequent. And during the beginning of the pandemic, I went and spent some time up there. And on the way back, I was like, ooh, let's hit up the original McDonald's where it's on the way home. And we pulled in, and it was all fenced off. Again, beginning pandemic, so. Runner takes off for second base, pitch a ball, throw down a good one. No, safe. Theo Forche picks up a stolen bag. So a runner in scoring position trying to bring home the first run of the ball game here in the first. So you can go check that out. I got to imagine that's open now. That's a more reasonable drive. Go see the original McDonald's. I mean, it's kind of in a rough area, but runner takes off for third, foul ball, have to go back. So you could do that. Wouldn't be too much of a hassle if you're thinking about heading towards LA or Orange County.
Did you watch The Founder?
Yes.
Was it good?
Amazing.
Have to watch it. I do love Michael Keaton. Just
Michael
never
Keaton.
got around to it.
This is what blows me away about Michael Keaton.
He's Batman.
He's Falcon. Or Vulture, rather. Outside with this one. No, this is what blows me away. I have to look up the number to get it exactly. But it took me a very long time to, like, come to the realization that he's Beetlejuice.
Right.
And I don't, again, know the exact number. This one flipped out towards right field, down for a base knock to bring home a run. RBI, single, maybe a double as Holiday hustles up to second. And he plates one with a double. It's 1-0 Coyotes here in the first. Good piece of hitting.
We've seen a lot of opposite field base hits. A lot of opposite field extra base hits, too.
Yes. They're really testing these arms, too.
Mm-hmm.
Brings up Mason Velasquez. So it's 1-0 Coyotes here in the first with 2 outs. Trade places at second. Michael Keaton is on screen in Beetlejuice for something ridiculous like 8 minutes. I've said the name twice now, by the way, for those keeping count at home, so I can't say it again. But isn't that ridiculous?
He's more of a Maltese Falcon, a MacGuffin, if you will.
Bloop shot towards left over the head of the third baseman Glowacki. They will hold the runner at third. Wise decision. Holiday goes second to third on the play. And a bloop single for Velasquez to put him on the corners for Devin Blankenship. So anyway. Yeah, I was very shocked. I'd seen Beetlejuice a million times as a kid. Winona Ryder, obviously, in that one. Big part of that movie. That was when I got introduced to Winona. She's pretty young when that came out. The movie came out in '88. Downstairs and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Same year as... No, it wasn't the same year as Planes, Trains.
No, Planes, Trains was 87.
87. Yes.
87 was Planes, Trains. Greatest movie of all time. Yep. Swing and a miss, late on it. And he's going to voluntarily think about getting in a rundown first and second. They're not going to throw the baseball, so that just goes as a stolen base for Mason Velasquez. 1-1. See that from time to time. But yeah, no, I mean, Michael Keaton absolutely crushed that role and was barely on screen. Second and third. 2 hits in the inning and a run home. Flipped out of play. 2 strikes. Loved him in Spider-Man 4 Far From Home. One of my favorite villains just in the Spider-Man universe.
Homecoming.
Far From Home was the second one, sorry.
Yes.
Homecoming, yes. Far From Home was my absolute favorite Marvel villain. Mysterio.
Some of the best writing they've done for the MCU movies, for sure.
Outside with this one.
Just a good character. He can sink his teeth into just about anything.
I love Mysterio from the comics. I love the Sinister Six so much. And, Mysterio and Doc Ock are the head of the Sinister Six. So, swing and a miss, and down goes Blankenship, a pair of punch-outs here in the inning, but a run does come in to score. An RBI double from Braden Holiday. We've played an inning in Palm Springs. We go to the second. Coyotes leading this one 1-0. Brandon Glowacki will lead things off here to begin the top of inning number 2. It's 1-0 Coyotes. Sam Walters to my right. I'm Steve Granado. Voices here for the PSCL in 2021. Sam, we've talked a little MCU. Are you an MCU guy?
I am.
Yeah.
I would say. I've seen every one of them, I think.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I have.
I'm not a big MCU cat, but I have alluded to my love for Spidey.
Hard to avoid. Top grossing series of all time.
Yeah. Strike called 0-1. But yeah, it's Spidey's where I'm at. That's kind of starts and stops there for me. Just the whole Spider-Verse, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 here on Glowacki.
Name drop. See that?
Well, I mean, like the whole Spider universe. You know, I've read some of the Miles series.
So you've seen the movie.
Absolutely.
And the.
Of course. Here's a bouncing ball chopped towards the left side, cut off by Cornazzo over to first. 5-3. Put out to bring up Diffie, power catcher. Yeah, read a little bit of the Miles series. I buy some of the bigger graphic novels for that, just to kind of catch up. Read, think about the first 10 issues of Spider-Gwen. Really like Spider-Gwen. Really interesting line. Swinging a foul tip, and it's 0-1. And then I've read a good chunk of the original Ditko and Stan Lee Spideys. The Amazing Spider-Man. That's Spider-Dash Man. I'm not a stickler of that. You all want it down and in. Other than that, not much dabbling into comics for me. It's just anything Spidey.
Torrin Diffie has a name that sounds like a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
Maybe not the
that
name,
would be the
like
real,
like
the
a Norman
alias.
Osborn.
Yeah. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. Swing and a miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've made Steve actually laugh for the first time.
Okay. I laugh at you all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Torrin Diffie as the Rock Slayer.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Slayer of all rocks.
Slayer of all rocks. That's what I said. Foul back, 2 strikes. Actually was working on a comic for a second. In 2017, I was working on a vigilante comic. Never came to fruition.
Illustrating and writing?
Illustrating and writing. Creator, concept. Still have all the artwork that I did.
I don't think I could draw the Diary of a Wimpy Kid characters.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Diffie. Went to the changeup there, did Travis Bowe, and there's 2 quick outs. His first punch out of the day. I can't draw for a lick. I could barely write. Look at my scoreboard or scorebook. I did it all on Illustrator.
Oh, okay.
Illustrator and Photoshop. And I got the cover for the first issue, and some of the concept art for the characters, and had 2 or 3 villains drawn up, and then I just kind of fell off. One day I'll jump back to it. Nathan Nacarado, the batter, now with 2 gone and the bases clear. 5 in a row retired for Travis Bowe. Rather easily, might I add. Breaking ball is high for a 2-0 count. It was a throwing error to begin the contest, so if it weren't for that, there would have been nothing going on here thus far for the A's offense. 1-0, Coyotes lead it after an inning. We're in the second. Foul tipped into the mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If you restart that comic book up, you got your first villain already.
I already have one.
It's Torrin Diffie.
This one flipped out towards right field. Going to hang up for Holiday. That's a 1-2-3 second for Travis Bowe to the bottom of 2. Caden Miller will lead things off for the Yotes, leading it 1-0. We move this ball game to the home half of the second. Caden Miller, Josh Miyazawa, and Shane Lamas, 7, 8, and 9, due up here in the inning against Andrew Shervanian. Shervanian had a pair of strikeouts in the first, a walk, 2 hits, including a double and a run scored against. So we'll see if he can bounce back here with a rather efficient second. He starts out hot with a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Sam, you're a PlayStation guy. As the 0-1 comes home, swinging and a miss. Did you play the Spider-Man games on PlayStation?
I did. Haven't gotten to the DLC, but.
Did you play Miles Morales?
That's the DLC.
It's not DLC.
It's
a separate. No, it's a separate game. It's $40, but it was a separate game. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches to get Miller chasing. Third strikeout, and there's one away. It wasn't a DLC. The DLC were the 3 add-ons for the original one. It had the Black Cat, which I love the Black Cat. Taskmaster, I believe, was in it as well. Also love Taskmaster. That may be the only reason I might go see the Black Widow movie is because I'm a big Taskmaster fan. I really like him.
He's a big David Harbour guy?
I love Stranger Things.
Right.
It's a foul ball 0-1 on Miyazawa. So, yeah, David Harbour's great. But not great enough for me to go. Not go in theaters and check that one out. I've only watched Spidey's and the Avengers in theaters. I haven't gone to see any of the standalones except for Captain America's first. Here's a line drive into right center field. Going to go for extra bases. Miyazawa trips around first, so it's just going to be a single. We've talked about the dirt over at first base time and time again. It's like a sand pit over at first base. We have seen so many guys do that, so you can't even laugh. No, it's a legitimate thing that continually happens here. It is a sand pit at first base. They're going to get a courtesy runner at first.
We saw Eddie King. He's DHing today, but we saw him slip at first the other day.
It's just not packed in over there. They got him picked off. Welcome and goodbye.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
That was, who was that?
That was Randy Musgrave Jr.
That was foul ball. We would, in college, would heckle a situation like that pretty quickly. We'd yell many times, didn't even get your name. College students, all right? Ground ball foul. 2 outs in the inning. Shane Lamas, the hitter here. In the dirt with this one. Yeah, maybe I'll check out Black Widow. Maybe. I'm not rushing to the theater for that one.
It comes out, I think,
Soon,
the day before
right?
my birthday, so I might have to do it as a little pre-celebration.
In the dirt with that one, 2-1. My birthday treat to myself always has been a concert. I usually go to some concert in November. It's usually when a fall tour is either about starting or a summer tour is ending.
The only time I've ever been to a concert on my birthday was 2017. I saw Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, that's a good one to go to.
Very good.
Bouncing ball towards short and out of the reach of Dinos into center field. Lamas has himself a base knock. Carnazzo to the plate now. 1-0 Coyotes as they bat here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Been to many rock shows. I'm a big rock fan. I've never been to a hip hop concert before.
Should do that. That's my choice.
Not really my jive. I get it. If I were to go to any, it would probably be Lil Dicky or
Seen him.
J. Cole. I'm a big J. Cole fan.
Seen him.
Or Childish Gambino.
Seen him. That's my favorite concert I've been to.
All right. Led Zeppelin. Have you seen them, Sam?
Maybe in a past life.
That's 3 for 3, dude. outside with this one, 2-0 on Michael Carnazzo, the third baseman, runner aboard at first on the 2-out single. First concert ever went to the 2007 Pomona Warped Tour. Bouncing ball towards the middle. They'll flip the easy way to second. And I think there's trip wires laid across the diamond here today. That'll go as a fielder's choice. 6-4 to end the frame, so a pair of singles, but nothing done here in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, one left here in the inning. 2 complete to the top of the third. We'll talk music when we come back. 1-0 Coyotes here from Palm Springs. Nick Rowan to the plate here in this ball game that has the Coyotes up 1-0. The right-hander Travis Bowe back out to work here in the inning. Dips this one in the ground. 1 ball and no strikes. Nick Rowan, Austin Reed, and Davis Carr, the scheduled hitters here in the second. In the air to left field. Deep run back here for Crockett. It's going to be over his head and off of the wall. That ball really carried out to left. It'll be a leadoff double for Nick Rowan. Man, off the bat, it looked like it was off the end of that bat. That ball never stopped carrying and just barely missed getting out of the yard.
Yeah, we only saw 1 ball go to the wall yesterday, and that might have been the longest hit we've seen in Palm Springs Stadium from the PSCL. That one might have matched it. It didn't go over the wall. Brandon Brown had a ground rule double yesterday that bounced off the warning track in right field. But that one, did it hit straight off the wall or did it
Yeah, that hit straight off the wall in left field. That ball carried way more than I thought it was going to be off the bat.
Yeah, that's definitely the longest ball we've seen hit here then.
First pitch is going to miss off the plate to Austin Reed. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 Coyotes. We're in the top of the third. The A's now the tying run at second base. Had the tying run at second back, or rather it would have been the go-ahead run in the first inning. They had a runner on second base. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Foul ball here, 2-1. They're offering to Reed. Skewered backwards to put the count here at 2-2. Austin Reed out of Wenatchee Valley Community College, a rising sophomore at 6'1", 220. Went to Gonzaga Prep High School in Spokane. Pitch is off the plate, runner takes off, throwdown is late. And Nick Rowan takes third base on a stolen bag. The count is full here on Austin Reed. Nobody out here in the inning. A's trying to knot things up with the tying run 90 feet from home. First real trouble that Travis Bowe has been in today. In the air to right, this will be deep enough to bring home the run. Halliday is there to make the grab. Here comes the throw to the plate, but it's going to be well late. Coming in to score on the sac fly is Nick Rowan, a double. Stolen base and a sac fly. We're tied at 1 here in the third.
Good manufacture there. I mean, we don't see many leadoff extra base hits. Definitely got to get that runner home when you have the chance, especially when you're trying to tie this game.
Let alone that was the first hit of the day here against Bowe. Brings up Davis Carr now with the bases clear and 1 out. High with this one, 1 ball and no strikes. I want to talk food again, Sam, just because it's on the brain and it's noon, it's lunchtime, and I haven't eaten.
You piqued my interest with music, and now you have.
Oh,
my
that's
heart.
right. That's right. That's
And
right.
now
We
you
were
have
talking
my heart
music.
with food, though.
Okay, well, we'll talk music festival food. I don't know. No, music. That's right. We were talking about music. First concert ever went to, 2007 Pomona Warped Tour. Saw Chiodo, Scary Kids Scaring Kids, Yellow Card. Pennywise was there. Bad Religion was there. That was a pretty good day. In the dirt with this one.
Would love to see Yellow Card play Ocean Avenue live.
Awesome. It was so good. They did play it.
Great song.
They were actually really good live. The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus was there. Terrible live. Very disappointed. There's a reason why they didn't stick around, I guess.
And to all the members of the band watching, we apologize.
Yeah, we know that the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus are big Palm Springs fans, right? Watch, their son is here. We didn't know. That would be wild. Face down in the dirt. That one misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. I believe I saw Seosin that year, too. I think they were there. Swing and a miss. Oh, pardon me, that was a 3-2 pitch. The throw down at first base completes the strikeout, and there's 2 gone. As Davis Carr strikes out, second one of the day here for Travis Bowe. Back to the top of the order, it's Dalton Thomas. 1-1 your score, we're in the 3rd inning. I'm a huge Thrice fan. Local to me, they're out of Santa Ana. And, I'm born and raised Whittier and La Habra, which isn't too far away from Santa Ana. And when I'm not here in Palm Springs, currently reside in Anaheim. Ball cued off the end of the bat, 0-1, just to name drop enough cities for you to spin your head around.
You take the 111 to the 3.
No, there's no 3.
I took 20 over here.
Take the
20
111, you
to the
take
10.
the 60 to the 57. Here's a fly ball into center field, and that will end the inning as Dalton Thomas flies out to Lamas to end the 3rd. We go to the bottom of 3. Just tied the ball game 1-1. When we come back, Ethan Johnson will lead things off for the Coyotes. To the bottom of the third inning here now as Ethan Johnson comes to the plate to try and get the Coyotes back on top. 1, 2, and 3 as the first pitch misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Shervanian back out onto the hill. 2 innings of work with 3 strikeouts, a walk, and an earned run allowed on 4 hits rather. Ball misses. Pitch moves all the way to the backstop.
Steve, I have a question for you.
Okay.
On the topic of music,
Okay.
would you rather see Metallica play live or see Mariano Rivera enter at Yankee Stadium?
Metallica.
I don't know. I've heard the Enter Sandman's pretty electric.
Can get it straight from the horse's mouth. I've seen Mo pitch before, so.
Oh.
It's all right. Pitch is outside for a leadoff walk, and that puts the go-ahead run aboard for Theo Forche. So I've seen Thrice 4 times, 5 times? Yeah, I've seen them more than thrice.
I've seen them force.
It's quatrice, by the way. I haven't Googled that before. Theo Forche, a walk and a run scored here in this one. Pickoff toss to first. Tied at 1 here in the third. The last concert I went to was for my birthday in 2019. I saw Our Last Night at the Observatory in Santa Ana. That was the last concert I went to. And I've missed it ever since. Nothing like just slamming bodies with random people upstairs with this one.
I've seen my fair share of mosh pits.
Been in my fair share. Still yet to crowd surf. One day. But I probably should do that sooner rather than later because I'm not getting any younger. I don't want to be that guy, you know. I don't want to be the late 40s dude that runs up on stage and go, "Who's this guy? Is that a roadie?" I don't want to be him.
At this point, you got to bring your own bottle of hand sanitizer. Make sure everyone in the crowd is prepped.
Yeah.
Get yourself a ladder.
Stretch.
Do some calisthenics.
Bring a Theragun. Struggling to find the strike zone right now. Time is called. I think it's a quick water break as well. Starting to really heat up here in Palm Springs. Theo Forche back into the batter's box here with a runner aboard on the leadoff walk. That was the second walk here today by Shervanian. Fouled this one off. 3 balls and 1 strike. Got the green light there, by the way.
Speaking of the green light, Great Gatsby.
Never seen, never read.
That's not true.
I don't know how you would think that. Here's a ground ball towards second. They won't get him out at second base. It'll be a bobbled baseball there for Nick Rowan. Go as an E4 on the play to keep runners on first and second with nobody out. That's exactly what you wanted if you're Shervanian. But defense didn't back him up. So Wes Crockett will get a chance right now to give the Coyotes the lead back. Nobody out, first and second, 1-1 ball game in the last of the third. You said Gambino was your best?
Best concert I've been to, yes.
Best. Was that pre or post, or like what era of Gambino are we talking?
This is the
Like because the internet,
this is the pre 315-20 Gambino.
Okay.
This was in 2018. Right
Okay.
after This Is America is actually what I should have said.
Okay. Foul tipped. Here on Wes Crockett, he struck out back in the first inning.
What I was getting at with The Great Gatsby is that the 2012 Baz Luhrmann adaptation of that movie has a very underrated and very underappreciated soundtrack.
Gotcha. Tap ball, tough play, third base side, step and throw to first. He's out at first base. I don't know how they pulled the rabbit out of the hat on that one. The ground out will go 1-3. What a play by Shervanian.
An even better tag by the first baseman, Austin Reed. He had to catch it in the pocket right here next to his side and was somehow able. It looked like he tried to swipe the tag, but it must have gotten a foot down.
Braden Holliday has done damage today. He comes to the plate with an RBI double on his resume. First pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike.
You want to know what makes Gambino my favorite concert?
Please.
Not only is he just, Donald Glover is one of my favorite humans alive.
Outside with this one, 1 ball, 1 strike.
As he is for a lot of people.
Sure.
Very popular Renaissance man of our time. But what made it so fun was the exclusivity of what happened during that. That one's
outside, 2-1.
This was the first night of his 2018 tour. He had just released This Is America, what ended up being the biggest song of his career. Biggest song in America when it came out.
Sure. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And he was performing in Atlanta, his hometown. And 2 weeks later,
lemon pepper wet?
Of course. Had my fair share. Shout out to JR Crickets.
2-2. Ball in the dirt. Nice block there by Torrin Diffie is a reason why he plays up with the power.
And puts on a great show, takes us all to church, in his own words. And 2 weeks later, he tears his ACL on the stage.
Yikes.
I believe it was in either Toronto or New York.
3-2 pitch. Flipped out towards right field. They'll tag up at third. Noah Lane drifts back. They will tag Johnson and come to the plate with the go-ahead run. Sac fly, go-ahead for Braden Holliday. He's got both runs to his credit here tonight. And it's a 2-1 Coyotes lead here in the third inning. Not trying to do too much. We've seen it on both sides of the baseball today, Sam.
Yep, you got to be able to manufacture to make it in this game, and they're doing that well right now.
Brings up Mason Velasquez, a single, his only trip up. There's 2 outs in the inning, a runner at second base. That's Theo Forche, who reached on an error. First pitch swinging, lifted on the left side of the diamond. 3 converge. The left fielder, Carr, takes charge and makes the grab there to end the inning. But damage done here for the Yotes. A sac fly for Holliday. His second RBI of the game. Plates Ethan Johnson from third. We've played 3 innings today at Palm Springs Stadium. In our final game of the day, we go to the top of the 4th. And it's 2-1 Coyotes. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for the A's. 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error for the Coyotes. It's a 2-1 Yotes lead as we head to the top of the 4th. New pitcher into the ball game. To tell you about him and the next couple, here's Sam Walters.
Joseph Murphy's going to enter the game for the Coyotes, the right-hander, number 8 on the mound. Travis Bowe exits the game after giving up 1 hit. It was a leadoff double back in the third. That run ended up scoring. It's an earned run. 2 strikeouts, no walks in those 3 innings of work. So they give the ball to Murphy. He'll look to continue the good work with the Yotes leading by 1. First pitch to Lane is high. It's 1-0. Noah Lane grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Next pitch, good fastball, catches the inside corner. It's 1-1. Murphy working from the stretch. That one's foul tipped. Back behind the plate is 1-2. You know, still on the topic of music, I must say I think my favorite thing, whenever we have the power games here at night, one of my favorite things is how the crowd reacts to different songs that we play within the stadium.
Puppet master, you feel like.
It's one of the best feelings to get a crowd response from a good song. Another one fouled back to the screen.
I wanted to talk about this roster a little bit, Sam. Noah Lane at the plate right here to lead things off here for the A's. Multiple Grossmont College kids on this squad. Robert Van Dorn, Luke Dinos. Pretty good spot there.
No one misses those. 2-2 now.
But you see that throughout the PSCL, some of the guys sticking together, but not all the time. We do see a couple of college teammates on opposite rosters, which always makes for a good time.
Next pitch is lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Noah Lane. Wes Crockett charges over to get the ball. Lane is thinking 2, and he's going to slide in with a leadoff double. So 2 straight innings with leadoff doubles for the Coyotes, and they're cooking again. Pardon, 2 straight innings for the A's with leadoff doubles. Yeah, we saw a couple of face-offs between College of the Desert teammates the past 2 days. A lot of those guys spread around all of the rosters here in the PSCL.
Yeah, a lot of College of the Desert kids out this year.
Love to see the locals taking over the league. So Luke Dino steps into the box with the runner in scoring position and no outs. That one's fouled back to the screen. 0-1 to Dinos. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. We're in the top of the 4th. Coyotes hanging on to a 2-1 lead. The A's threatening. That pitch misses downstairs. It's 1-1. Dinos in the left-hand batter's box. Multiple looks at Lane at second to the plate, and that's foul tipped. It is a 1-2 count to the shortstop, Dinos. Breaking ball to the plate, doesn't catch the zone. Here's the 2-2. Fastball outside. That Dinos takes off to first, thinking it was on the full count, but
tricked me. I wrote it down.
Yeah, that was the 3-2 pitch. That one missing outside. So Dinos will head back to the plate. Grab the bat again.
Get some stick on it too. Oh, no, he needs his elbow guard. He got rid of his elbow guard. He got his elbow guard back.
Yeah, he was ready to dig into first base. He had no plans of returning. Dinos had 2 stolen bases and a run scored in the game the other day at Palm Springs Stadium. And there's the 4th ball. So Dinos will take first. Dinos on for the first time. That's the first walk for Murphy. They're going to have a little chat on the mound.
Hey, fans, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, back in action here in the PSCL on Monday morning, 9 a.m. Bombers in Rush set to square off, and then our second game and final game of a 2-game schedule tomorrow, A's and Snowbirds. So you can catch these A's one more time tomorrow against the Snowbirds, 11:30 a.m. It all starts at 9 a.m. with the Bombers in Rush with Sam Walters and myself. Feeling a rhythm yet, Sam?
Starting to get there.
Yeah.
Is that keeping on the music trend?
Well, you know what Gloria Estefan said.
Feel the rhythm.
Eventually it's going to get to you. Ooh, wind really starts picking up out of nowhere. It's blowing hard now coming in from center. Starts shuffling all the papers in here.
You got some mist blowing in now.
Yeah, I can see all the mist flying all over the place. But this wind came out of nowhere. It had been fairly calm all day.
Someone slammed their grill too hard.
Oh, it's like a heater right now.
Fastball inside to Eddie King. Runners on first and second and no outs, top of the 4th. A's threatening, down by 1 run to the Coyotes. Another one misses inside. It's 2-0.
A's haven't led at any point in this contest. Trailed 1-0, tied it, now trail 2-1.
Another one downstairs is 3-0. Got an arm up in the Coyotes bullpen. That's Vincent Ciccolello. Murphy turns and looks Lane back at second. He's dancing around at the bag, but the 3-0 comes to the plate, and it's a called strike on the inside corner. There's another walk allowed by Joseph Murphy. That'll load the bases here with no outs. So the third baseman, Brandon Glowacki, steps to the plate. He grounded out to the shortstop. There'll be a runner at first for Eddie King. That's Ethan Cachetta running for King at first. First pitch into Glowacki misses high. It's 1-0. Called strike. Evens the count 1-1. That pitch is skied into right field, deep enough to get the runner home. Holiday makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Noah Lane. Dinos moves over to third. That'll be a tie ball game here. The top of the 4th. Now tied 2-2. That goes a sac fly and RBI for Glowacki. Runner at first holds. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. As the catcher, Torrin Diffie, at the plate. He struck out his first time up. Foul tipped. 0-1 to Torrin Diffie. Runner goes, pitch swung on and missed. The throw to second is going to be late. Late call from our umpire. The Coachella steals the base. And now it's going to be 2 runners in scoring position, an opportunity to take the lead here for the A's. And an 0-2 count to Torrin Diffie. Next pitch is fouled off, out of play. Well, outside of the pickoff at first, we've seen some good base running here in this game. Some good manufacturing. A's threatening to take the lead here. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 against Torrin Diffie. That one caught the outside corner. That's the first time we've seen Joseph Murphy go to the breaking ball and earn a called strike. That's the second out here, the top of the 4th. First strikeout for Murphy on the day. So Nathan Nacarado steps to the plate. Breaking ball misses the zone. It's 1-0. Nacarado with the sleeves rolled up, playing center field, working on the tan. Got a chance to do some serious damage here. Next pitch is high, 2-0. We saw Nacarado have a tough outing here at Palm Springs Stadium the other day. Allowed 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th. We'll see if he can gain some confidence here at the plate. That one misses. It's 3-0 now to Nacarado. He flew out to right field his last time up. Murphy's 3-0 fastball catches the zone. Is 3-1.
3 straight half innings now, Sam, with a run scored. Top 3, bottom 3, top 4.
We'll see if they can take the lead and get one more run here. That's a walk to Nacarado. Misses high. 3rd walk of the inning that Joseph Murphy has surrendered to this A's lineup. The first base bag was open, but that'll load the bases for Nick Rowan. He had a big double to lead off the 3rd inning for the A's. Ended up coming around to score. First pitch called strike. Oh, 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. A's threatening with the bags loaded. Swung on and missed. Rowan's quickly down 0-2.
That's what you like to see out of Joseph Murphy. He's been working so behind in the count throughout this entire inning. It's nice to see him get ahead 0-2 so he can see what works here.
Last time he went up 0-2, he struck out Torrin Diffie for the 2nd out of this inning. Next pitch called strike 3. Fastball earns the inside corner, and they will leave the bags loaded. The A's score 1 run, threaten to score more, but can't get any of them around. It's tied 2-2. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom half of the fourth, we're tied 2-2. It'll be a new arm on the mound for the A's. It'll be the right-hander Bradley Clay taking over after 3 innings of work from Andrew Shervanian.
Shervanian, 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs earned, a pair of walks, and 3 strikeouts won't factor into the decision here today.
First pitch from Clay sails high. It's 1-0 to Blankenship.
And the new pitcher, Bradley Clay, right-handed pitcher out of West Virginia State University.
Wolverine on the mound. His next pitch misses. It's 2-0. Fastball in there. It's 2-1 now to Devin Blankenship. He struck out his first time up. Coyotes looking to continue a trend of scoring here. Last 4 half innings have resulted in a run scored. That one misses. It's 3-1. Looking to make this the 4th half inning in a row. Back-to-back scoring. A's and the Coyotes battling here. Next pitch from Clay is down and away and in the dirt, so Blankenship's going to reach. First batter faced by Clay reaches on a base on balls. That's the 3rd walk by the A's staff today. Caden Miller's going to step up to the plate. He struck out his last time up.
Run in the first and a run in the third for the Coyotes here today. A's with runs in the 3rd and 4th innings. That's where we find ourselves knotted up. Still, the A's still haven't led in this contest.
We'll see if they can keep the lead where it is or keep the game where it is. Tied 2-2. Give them a chance to take that lead back next half inning. Fastball misses to Caden Miller. Miller out of Centralia College. That fastball's in there. It's 1-1. Breaking ball does not catch the inside corner. It's 2-1 now to Miller. A lot of guys in this Coyotes lineup using the same 2-tone teal and white bat. Might see some luck on it. That one misses. 3-1 now to Miller. You know, having a lucky bat is not something that's very new.
No.
Guys start hitting hot with their bat, gets tossed down the lineup.
A lot of these guys using wood for the first time as well here, so I've seen a good handful of broken bats already.
Fouled off out of place. Now full count to Caden Miller.
You know, it might seem like there isn't much of a difference when you go from metal to wood. You go, oh, it's the same bat. No, it's a completely different feel. The feel off the bat, the sound off the bat for the defenders. You don't realize how much you rely on the sound to get a read until you're playing with wood. It's completely different.
That pitch is swung on and missed, so Miller strikes out. First out here in the bottom of the 4th.
I remember the first time I played with wood, catching, and the very first batter hit a ground ball to short. And by the sound off the bat, I didn't realize how much a ground ball off a wood bat sounds like a pop-up off of a metal bat. I took my mask up and looked directly in the sky. No idea.
I do not blame you. It takes a lot of senses to be able to play baseball. If you're Yasiel Puig, you might be able to get some taste in there too, lick the bat a few times.
Pass.
That one misses. 1-0 now to Miyazawa.
Yeah, it's it's really strange. I mean, it takes about an inning to get adjusted, but again, it is to tell where the baseball is moving off of a wood bat is just so drastically different than metal.
Another one misses inside.
It's getting more and more similar as metal bats find themselves closer and closer to wood, but the feel on the hands, you're using a different grip. A lot of times guys are putting, their own tiger grip on there, or a lizard skin on there rather.
Swung on and missed. 2-1 now to Miyazawa.
Or they're, putting tar on for the first time. Not a lot of guys use tar on metal bats because of the grip that's already on there. So it's a lot different. The stickiness is a different feeling, especially if you're a guy that lets go with one hand on your follow through. It's just things that you need to adjust for that you never really anticipate just adjusting for.
2-1 breaking ball sails outside. It's 3-1 now to the catcher Miyazawa. He singled his last time up, but that base runner was erased on a pickoff. Had a courtesy runner come in for him there, and nothing much doing. That was back in the second inning. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1. Runs in the dirt. Another walk here allowed by Bradley Clay. So runners at first and second. Shane Lamas coming to the plate now. The center fielder singled his last time up, and there's going to be a meeting on the mound here.
Nick Rocha warming up in the bullpen right now for the A's. He has been throwing here this inning. It doesn't look like they're going to take the baseball away just yet. 3 batters faced here. Strikeout bookended by a couple of walks here in the frame. That's now 7 walks combined in this contest through 3 1/3. We do not have another contest after this one, but still the potential 2-hour threshold. Well, again, we've talked about it before. It's not a hard stop 2 hours, but it is a let's get right there about.
We've heard the sprinklers go off at 2:30.
That's correct. We know that the sprinklers, which are controlled by the city, go off at 2:30, so that would give us an hour and 10 minutes more, but that would put game time at 2.5 hours, which we saw 2 days ago, but that isn't necessarily what you want to do. They're trying to make sure that the players clearly are healthy. Staying out in the sun for, direct sunlight for a 2.5 hour, 3 hour ball game is not necessarily conducive over the course of a month, especially the umpires as well, and everybody involved. Safety number one, always.
First pitch runs inside on Lamas. Both runners are going to take off as it gets to the backstop. So now 2 runners in scoring position, a chance to retake the lead for the Coyotes. They have not trailed in this game. We are currently tied 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. Wild pitch gets 2 runners in scoring position. Next pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. He drops it, and there's going to be the out is recorded at first, so there's 2 outs here now, but the run scores. The Coyotes have taken the lead 3-2. So 4-1 on that put out. Devin Blankenship able to score on that, and Josh Miyazawa went over to third on the ground ball. That brings up the 10th hitter, Michael Carnazzo. He was retired on a fielder's choice, then ended the second inning. First pitch is outside to Carnazzo. It's 1-0. An insurance run would be huge here for the Coyotes. And that run is standing 90 feet away. Runs inside. Ball gets away on the infield, but Miyazawa is going to stay at third. Torn Diffie's got looks at the plate with the power because of his good defensive glove behind the plate. Next pitch runs outside. Next pitch is in there, called strike against Carnazzo. Bradley Clay looking to get out of this inning before allowing any further damage. That one's outside. Carnazzo's going to take first, another walk here, the third of the inning for Bradley Clay. Looks like that's going to be the end of the line for Clay. He'll exit after 3 walks to a wild pitch that advanced those runners, and then a run scored on a ground out by Shane Lamas. So now we'll have the change. We'll have the new arm for you right after this. Back here in the bottom of the fourth is a new arm on the mound for the A's. That's Nick Rocha. The right-hander will face off against the top of the lineup and Ethan Johnson for the Coyotes with runners in first and third and 2 outs. First pitch fouled off and out of play.
Nick Rocha joining us from TCS Postgrad, which is the complete showcase. It's a 1-year postgrad college program located in Texas. The right-hander of 5'11", 190.
Breaking ball misses inside. It's 1-1.
Right now the line on Bradley Clay, a third of an inning, no hits, 1 run allowed, earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. The runners on first and third are his responsibility.
Swung on and missed by Johnson. He's reached base on a walk and scored.
Should the lead hold right now for the Coyotes, it would be Bradley Clay as the pitcher of record.
One-two is lined out to third base, handled by Glowacki, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Coyotes strike back to take the lead. They lead 3-2 heading to the top of the fifth. Top of the fifth, the Coyotes lead 3-2. A couple of swaps in the field for the Coyotes. Michael Carnazzo and Theo Forche swap spots. Forche's now at third base and Carnazzo's at second. And there's a new right-hander on the mound for the Coyotes. That's Vincent Ciccolello out of Monterey Peninsula College. He'll face off against the scheduled Reed, Carr, and Thomas, 9, 10, and 1 for the A's. Still on this streak of a run scoring in 4 straight half innings. The Coyotes struck back in the bottom of the fourth to take the lead. Ciccolello's first pitch is swung on and missed by Austin Reed. Reed had a sac fly back in the third that evened things up. A's still have not led in this game. They have been able to make a comeback and tie the game twice. Fastball in there. He's ahead of Reed, 0-2.
Final line on Joseph Murphy, the second pitcher today for the Yotes. An inning of work, a hit, a run, earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts for him.
0-2 in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes on Austin Reed. Pitch is fouled off and out of play. One-two is tapped to third base. Forche handles it. He'll make the throw across the diamond. That'll retire Austin Reed for the first out here in the top of the fifth.
It's our final game of the day. Again, tomorrow, don't forget, coming up at 9 a.m. All the action starts one more time. Bombers and Rush, the 9 a.m. contest, and then the 11:30 contest on Monday morning. A's and Snowbirds. All the action right here on the Power YouTube channel. Sam Walters and myself.
Davis Carr steps in. First ball's inside. Left fielder struck out his first time up. Got a nice breeze here coming in. Headed out towards center field, a bit of one. You can see out on the turf field, we got tarps flying.
Yeah.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. That evens the count, 1-1 to Davis Carr.
Yeah, that wind started picking up in like the third inning. We haven't seen, I mean, we've seen wind out here, obviously, but we haven't seen this strong of wind, really.
A few gusts here and there, but nothing constant.
Sure.
That one's in there, a good fastball. He's worked ahead of Davis Carr, 1-2. Ciccolello working from the windup. Breaking ball, a good one. Pulled the string on Davis Carr for the second out, his first strikeout of the day.
It's twice now Carr has gone down swinging here today.
That flips the lineup card back to Dalton Thomas at the top. He reached on an error and flew out to center field. Ciccolello working with the lead. First pitch to Dalton Thomas is in the dirt, 1-0. If you're the Coyotes, you probably feel pretty confident you can score runs, at least one an inning. That's been the trend so far. Foul ball evens the count, 1-1. So if you can make it through a clean inning here, you feel better about your chances of tacking on some insurance here in the bottom of the fifth.
My box score in the third and fourth innings right now, Sam, looks like a Punnett square.
I get that reference. I took a chemistry class.
That's biology, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Very good, Sam.
But I still did take a chemistry class. That one's fouled off the first base side, now to play. 1-2 to Dalton Thomas now.
Dominant, recessive. You remember it.
The big, you got your uppercase and your lowercase.
Uh-huh. There you go. American education system. We got Punnett squares.
Misses 2 and 2. You know, whenever I see those, you know, like the matrix from, what is that, like 12th grade math? I get those two confused a lot. Too many squares. Dalton Thomas goes down swinging, so it's a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Vincent Ciccolello. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Coyotes still leading 3-2. Bottom of the 5th, Coyotes lineup steps back up to the plate with the lead. They are on top of the A's 3-2. First pitch from Rocha into Forche is outside.
Couple of defensive changes right now here for the A's. Dalton Thomas, the new shortstop. Gabriel DeJesus, the new second baseman. And now doing the catching, Robert Van Dorn.
That one smoked into right field. That'll be a base hit. One hops to the right fielder. And Forche's aboard. The leadoff single.
It's the 5th hit for the Coyotes today. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, none since. Even though that's been the bulk of their scoring without hits. Just 2 hits for the A's here today. Both of them doubles, weirdly enough.
Scoring big and in bunches. Here's Wes Crockett stepping in.
Wow, here comes that wind now.
First pitch breaking ball is in the dirt.
We lost an easy up and an umbrella in this gust, and now we have ourselves Dust Devils around the batting cages down the right field line. This is the strongest wind we've seen in the last week.
Roach's fastball is down the middle, 1-1. Can't feel too good about throwing a breaking pitch in this kind of wind.
Well, right now, if you have to pop something up, if you were going to do it, now's the time. Sneak your way on base. You want to pitch down here if you can.
That one misses inside. It's 2-1 now to Crockett.
So if you leave something up and something skied, that is just circus music playing. Wes Crockett still looking for his first hit.
He struck out and grounded out. The 2-1 sails high, 3-1. Crockett will take it a second to get some practice swings outside of the right-hand batter's box. Forche's at first. He led off with a single. Rocha will look over. Forche at first. No throw. Three balls and one strike to the left fielder, Wes Crockett. Next pitch is skied. Shallow center. Right center. The right fielder, Noah Lane, will come in and make the play. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. Wes Crockett retired on the fly out. So Braden Holiday steps to the plate. He has 2 RBIs to his name today. RBI double and a sac fly.
That wind really picking up, and it doesn't help that we're up to 110 now here today.
It's like blowing a hairdryer.
Yeah, that's really what it feels like.
Throw over to first. Forche's in there safely with the slide.
I know it says 10 miles an hour, but I beg to differ.
If you had looked 5 seconds ago, it would have said 40.
Yeah.
First pitch fastball doesn't catch the zone. 1-0 to Braden Holiday. That one's foul tip. Evens the count 1-1. Some big bats due up here for the Coyotes. They could use some insurance. Mason Velasquez splitting time with the power. He's in the on-deck circle. Next pitch is fouled out of play. Gets ahead of Holiday 1-2.
Like another app saying 12 miles an hour now. I ain't buying that right now. Maybe a consistent 12 until it really gusts up.
Yeah, there's no way I can outrun the wind. Not the ones that we just felt. Forche lurking off of first. He'll take off. Breaking pitch is skied into right field. Forche's going to have to retreat. Noah Lane almost lost it, but makes a basket catch to save that one from getting past him. A fantastic play is going to keep Braden Holiday from reaching base. The wind blowing like it is, that could have definitely been a big miscue and allowed runners to possibly score, but definitely reach second and third if it reached the wall. So a good defensive play by right fielder Lane. Has it at 2 outs now. Second straight fly out to right field handled by him. And Mason Velasquez steps to the plate. He singled, has a stolen bag, and flew out to left field. That one's cracked to second. Ground ball. He'll go to first for the 3rd out. So the bottom of the 5th, the Coyotes go quiet. We'll head to the top of the 6th. They still lead the A's 3-2. We've reached the top of the sixth. The Coyotes back on the field trying to protect their lead 3-2. Here to take you the rest of the way, Steve.
Thanks, Sam. We go to the bottom of 6. Connor Leard takes over on the hill in lieu of Vincent Ciccolello, who really impressed in just 3 batters faced there in the 5th. An inning of work with 2 punch-outs and a ground-out. He'll give way to the right-handed product, Connor Laird out of Hod College. Noah Lane, Luke Dinos, and Eddie King, 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the inning. First pitch, called strike on, again, Noah Lane, who has a double and a run scored. One of just 2 hits today for the A's. Hits have been hard to come by. 0-1, a breaking ball, missed through the legs, and it's 1-1.
A couple of really good defensive plays in right field for Noah Lane last half inning. With the wind like it is right now,
Yeah,
could have
tough
definitely
track.
surrendered a run.
Yeah, definitely tough to track it out there right now. Wind's still swirling. 1-1, overthrown fastball down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Action in the A's bullpen. It looks like Nick Rowan is playing catch right now. Might see him for the bottom of the 6th. This one popped up right side of the infield. 2 meeting towards it. The second baseman, Carnazzo, is there. And there's 1 gone here in the opening of the 6th. Luke Dino's to the plate now, 0-for-1 with a walk. Got as far as third base back in the 4th inning, but couldn't score. This is the 4th pitcher used today here for the Coyotes. Travis Bowe went 3 one-run innings. Joseph Murphy an inning, and then Vincent Ciccolello went an inning. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes here on Dinos. That's D-E-N-O-S. One-oh. Cracked back towards the middle. Backhand stop. Carnazzo throw to first. They got him at the bag. Nice backhand play by Michael Carnazzo. Keeps a hit off of the board as Luke Dinos is robbed for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, I was going to give Carnazzo props for the communication he had taking over that last pop-up. Him and Mason Velasquez converged on that pop-up right on the outfield grass, but that that deserves a bit more praise. That was a fantastic play, ranging to his right, made the throw over the shoulder.
Remember that Michael Carnazzo just 2 innings ago was the 3rd baseman, so he just shifted over there. Breaking ball high, 1 ball, no strikes here on Eddie King. Like Dinos before him, 0-for-1 with a walk. 3-2, Coyotes were in the top of the 6th with the A's batting. Went back to the slider, in for a strike this time. Was able to get on top of it well, 1 ball and 1 strike. When the Coyotes bat in their half of the 6th, trying to pad their lead, Devin Blankenship will lead things off 6, 7, and 8. In for a strike, and it's now 2 strikes on Eddie King. Leard trying to make quick work. Here it comes. Bouncy ball back towards the middle. Cut off by the shortstop, Johnson. He'll relay it to first, and so ends the 6th inning. That's 7 in a row retired here by Ciccolello and Leard. As we send this ball game to the bottom of the 6th, Coyotes leading it 3-2, and it looks like they're going to call this one after 5.5, as the Coyotes will come away with a 3-2 victory here today to wrap up this one here at 1:50. It took us 1 hour and 50 minutes as the Coyotes come away with 3 runs. They did it on the benefit of 5 hits. They commit 1 error and leave 6 on base here today. 2 runs for the A's. They do it on 2 hits, just a both pair of doubles. They end up committing 1 error and leaving 4 here today. The winning pitcher for this one will be Joseph Murphy, who surrendered 1 run, and the Coyotes grabbed the lead while he was still the pitcher in the ballgame. The loss will be handed to Bradley Clay, and Connor Leard will end up taking a save here in the inning. Again, started at 12, finished at 150. Final score, 3-2 in 1 hour and 50 minutes. That's going to do it for us here today in the Power Summer Collegiate League. All the action again tomorrow starting at 9 o'clock. Bombers and Rush, 11:30 A's and Snowbirds. Hope you can be alongside with us here on the Power YouTube channel. For Sam Walters and for all of us here with the Palm Springs Power and the Power Summer Collegiate League, I'm Steve Granado. One last time, Coyotes 3, A's 2. We'll talk to you tomorrow, but until then, enjoy what's left of your Father's Day and your Sunday, everybody.